do what you want to do. This is our hubs. I mean, this is our fresh desk, and this is our interface. Okay, so before we go anywhere now, I want to see our dashboard. Okay, and you know that if we mention all those things like those SLA and all of that, all those SLA, those things that you were seeing that time that she was talking about. This is them here. So when you start with your fresh desk now, the first icon you see by your left is your what? Is your dashboard. And your dashboard is more or less your what? A place that gives you a brief summary of everything you are doing. Like when you open your WhatsApp now, if you open your WhatsApp and you just open your WhatsApp, you never go to anybody's chat. You're going to see how many chats that are waiting for you to respond to. That is what we have here right now. This is our chat. Maybe from Ngozi, from Chibogu, from Emeka, from Tolu, from Habib, and from Abdul Malik, and all of that. That is just how it is here. So, but then this is a CRM system, and all these things here they have titles, or they have the way that they do what that they are being categorized. So we have unresolved, we have overdue, then we have due today. So they are now, there's a difference between this unresolved and everything, and every other thing here. This one is unresolved, meaning that you have about 55 tickets that have not been resolved yet. And then out of these 54 now, you have four that are long overdue. That is, maybe they have sent them like 4 days ago. Nobody don't respond to these tickets. Then that is why they are here. Now we have 11 that will be what? That will be due today. That means if you don't answer these tickets today, they'll become what? They'll become late. Okay? And then we have open tickets, about 28 of them. So this one simply means that what? That tickets whereby you have actually responded to the customer, but you have not closed them. You have about what, 28. And then we have tickets that are what? That are on hold. So this one simply means that okay, these tickets now, you have been trying to sort them out too, but you are still not what? You are still not done, sorting them out. That is what that one means. Then we have the one that are what? That are unassigned. Unassigned means that what? That these tickets are existing, but you do not assign them to what? To any department or to any staff at all. That is why they are called what? Unassigned. That's why they are unassigned. And then we have the resolved, we have average first response time. This one is simply measuring your engagement with the what? With your customers. Like from the first time that that you receive the first hello from your customer, how long does it take you to respond to them? That is what this one here means. And then the resolved is how many tickets have you actually resolved. And then we have received. So this one means that okay, in total now, how many tickets have you received so far? You say what? You say 100. And then we have average first response time. And then we have average response time. Now, between this one here and this one here, there's a little what? A little difference. This one is average first response time, which means from the time when the person says hello to the time when you respond, how long does it take, in time? And we have what? 12 minutes. And then we have average response time. This one is okay, on the average, how long does it take you to respond to a customer? This one is what? 24 minutes, 12 seconds. So the faster you are, the faster this one does what? The faster this one will reduce. The quicker you are able to respond to them and say hello, the faster this one will do what now? It will reduce. And the resolution with SLA. This one is simply trying to measure within the SLA agreement how many percent are you meeting up to as a customer. That is what this one here is measuring. So if you have 99% or maybe 91%, I think it's still a pass mark, or I think it's a good score. But if you're having 55 or maybe 60 or maybe 65, maybe they can tell you to do what now? To improve. So if you are working with a a company, and then you are their CRM officer, you want to do what now? Maintain a good number with this your arrow with SLA. Make sure it is what? In a good rating. And then at the bottom here as well, we have other things like unresolved tickets, we have customer satisfaction, and then we have to do. Some of you want to actually ask me, how do they measure this one? How do they know what to write here? Well, they will know because sometimes in some companies, when they are done attending to you, they will show you a small rating to tell you, okay, they will say, okay, please give us a small review about about the service you just received. Was it satisfying? Were you, or maybe was your issue thoroughly solved? And then you are going to say no, or you will say yes, or you will say maybe I'm not happy, I wish it could be faster or whatever. So That is how they do what now? They measure that part of what? Of the screen. So let us still continue. Then we will now enter our ticket properly. Okay. This right here is our what? Is our ticket. This is our ticket here. So in this place now, we're going to be able to learn how to what? How to create tickets and resolve tickets. That is what we are here to do today. So just pay attention, guys. Just pay attention. So this is a ticket now, and when you open it, of course, it will be what? It will be opened up for you like this, and then this is where you're going to see all your exchange with the what? With the customer. If you hear me say exchange, that simply means your communication with the what? With the customer as regards to that ticket. Okay, so this is your back and forth what? Correspondence with the customer. So when you peradventure, for instance, when they say okay, MTN will say dear customer, or let me say dear Oche Ame, we now from our system here we can see that you've not linked your NIN to your SIM card. Please kindly visit any of our customer what maybe outlets to what? To link your number to a what? To an NIN. Now that is them sending you a what? A ticket. So you on your pass now, you can now reply and say, but epele o, but last week now I added my this thing to the NIN. Why you're not able to see it? Then when you now receive the message, they will not say, oh, anyway, well, from our system here and from our record there, you can see that you've not actually done it. So just kindly go to any of our office nearest to you and do what? And do that. That can be an what? An exchange between you and a customer. That is if you are the customer service officer now. And then if you happen to work with a bank and the bank wants you to say, okay, please, following the recent CBN policies, all customers are required to come to the to the bank and do what? And link their international passport with their account number. So what do you do now? You can now say, okay, can I send it over the phone? And then maybe you are not within Nigeria at the moment. You can now do what? You can snap it and what? And send to them through your email. So the customer service agent now will be seeing it here. They sent you this one here, this one as the first message. Then they will now see this one at the bottom as your response. And then if they feel like okay, that thing that you send is okay, they can now reply and say, okay, dear customer, we have received your what? Your identification document, and we are going to do what now? Forward it to the what? To the right department to treat the issue. And that is you being what? Being sorted out. That is how this whole thing is here work. But sometimes, because you are a customer service officer, there are some complaints that you can actually be able to solve. There are some issues that your customer might have, and that you as a CS officer that is just sitting pretty in your in your AC office, you might not be able to sort it out. So what do? You now want to what? Assign such tasks to other departments. Okay? For instance, if you are the customer service agent and you don't know anything about spanners and maybe you don't know anything about maybe say telecom mask and all that, but then somebody now called you from Ogbomoso and say, hello MTN, you say yes, you say please my name is Habib, we live here at Ogbomoso in this Sokoto school, grammar school, but we do not have network for like 3 days now. What is the problem? So the customer service will now ask you, okay, what is your name? You say, my name is Habib. You say, which area in that place do you stay? You call the area name. Then they will now ask you, what is your closest landmark? You say, yes, the grammar school. Then they will not tell you, okay, don't worry, we are going to forward this to the what? To the technical team. They're going to come there in the next 1 hour and do what? And check the mast and then make sure that the network is what? Is restored. Now, you now here now that received the call on the CRM system here, what do? You have to create that call that you received as a what? As a ticket. And when you're now done creating the ticket, what do? You assign it to the what? To the technical team. Or maybe the engineer that will do what? That will go and what? And fix that thing up for the people. That is how you do what? That is how you create a what? A ticket. So I'm going to demonstrate it here now for us all to what? To understand it better. I'm going to do it now for all of us to understand it better, so that it will not be as if we are only just saying blah 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 and then we don't understand what we are even saying self. People can be like that sometimes. So let us now see how we can actually create a ticket here. So how do you create a ticket? Now, to create a ticket now, once you are here on your ticket section of HotSpot, of Freshdesk, what do you do now? Look very, very closely. You see here we have reply, we have notes, we have forward, we have close, we have merge, we have delete. None of this thing here concerns you as far as creating a ticket is concerned. You have to do what now? Look towards this other side, that is towards the right hand side. You will see upgrade, you will see request demo, you will see new, you will see thread, and then you will see activities here. What you're going to do is what? Is to click on what? This new here. Are you seeing this new here? You click on it. Don't mind this name here. This one is just a dummy. This one is just a dummy stuff. It's just all these things you see here are just dummy, like the one that they put it on a default into the Freshdesk. So this one actually belongs to nobody here. So to create a ticket, now what do you do? Click on new and then click on what? Ticket. You can now see that what they are now saying, okay, this is now your form to what? To create a ticket as a customer service officer. Okay, so you can now say, okay, contact, like who owns this ticket, which of your customers actually actually sent you this ticket, or are you creating this ticket on their behalf? You put it here, and then what is the subject? You say, hey, our telecom mass, maybe e no too good, or e no too dey fine. You put that one here, and then what type of ticket is this? Is it a question, abi incident, abi na problem, abi the person dey request for fund, abi dey request for a new feature for the, for your platform, abi for your app? You specify that one using here, and then now this ticket, now how did you get this ticket? Now this place, now you see this source here that we have here. This source here actually means that, because sometimes now, for instance, let me show you something here. If you have a, if you are doing a business and you people have a website, let's call it mtn, I think .ng. Okay, now you have a business and your business website is what? Is mtn.ng. What did they do mtn? Why don't they respond so slow? Abeg, let me go to another website. Let me go to Jumia. So I'll go to Jumia. Let me go to Jumia now. So this is Jumia, and this is Jumia website. And probably sometimes, because this is a business website, now what you notice is that what is that they actually installed their chat whatever here. So when you come here and you click here now, or you go to their contact, you see that they will, they will not have their chat bots here at the side. I want to see that MTN, so that, because MTN has bots on their own, that's what I wanted to use and demonstrate. But I don't know, people like say their head don dey touch. Maybe they don't chop bad coconut, still don dey worry for belle. So peradventure you are now going to MTN website, the site will be open for you, and then you can now see where they have their bots. That their bots can actually be configured to what. In fact, when you get to the bots, you can actually query the bot to connect it to what, to somebody that can talk to you, and it will do that for you. But sometimes now you can feel like, okay, I don't want to talk to anybody, I just want to drop this my ticket and go. Let me just drop my complaint and what, and get out. So you just tell them, okay, they will give you a form on the website. You fill the form by putting in your name, your email address, and probably your own home address, and then your phone number. And then you can now write your message and say, yes, my name is Ade, I'm calling from, maybe I'm calling from Jibowu or Igboeleri, and I'm trying to report that in this side now we don't have network. Why this no dey open? Wetin sup? See it now, is it not the same thing I'm trying to open? Abba, you know what a bot looks like. So this is MTN website, and this is their bot here. This is their bot here. Please, can you see my screen at the moment? Can you see my screen? Okay. So this is their bot here at the bottom left here. So I mean, sorry, at the bottom right here. So if I click on it now, you can see it has responded. Okay, so with this bot now, you can now do what? You can now try to talk to an MTN customer service agent. Okay, but sometimes now, because you might not, they might not be there, and maybe whatever you want to say might not actually be that important. You can now just say, okay, let me just drop them a message on WhatsApp or Facebook or what, Telegram. But in case what you want to do is what, urgent, maybe you need an immediate attention, what do you do? Simply say what, start the conversation. Okay, so when you now come here now, you see, when you now come here, they say, okay, they want you to do whatever, whatever. So sometimes they will just give you a form here and say, okay, dear customer, quickly tell us what you want to tell us now, so we can actually go and maybe submit it to our technical team to attend to you. I will do this thing for us today on my own website. Because I wanted to see how the thing works. I want you to see how the thing works on a website, okay, so that you can actually see how it works on a site, so that if you are doing a website development for your business or for your company where you are working, you too can still do the same thing. And that's my one way of saying what, welcome to Digital Witch. So today now, we are going to assume that this is MTN and they want us to what, to maybe to answer them. So let me respond. We have status of the what of the ticket. This one simply means that okay, now this person that actually that actually called us now, of course, it's a new ticket. So is it open or pending or resolved or closed? It's going to be what? It's going to be an open ticket, right? And then the priority. When we're doing our, I think when we're doing our HotSpot, I think I actually explained what this priority here means, and I say priority simply means what, the urgency of what, of that case, or the sensitivity of the what of the case. Like how sensitive is this case now? Now, even if you think that maybe because you are calling MTN, and they will not say maybe my case is not sensitive. Mind you that MTN is a profit making what, it's a business, so they are a profit making what venture. So if you send them a message and that thing you are telling them can cause them not to get maybe say subscriber from that area, they will treat it as what, as high level what of priority. But if it concerns you not being able to send an SMS, they will say, oh, this one are low priority. But as far as it's affecting the full area, maybe you tell them that, oh, your mast over here at Ogbomosho is bad, I cannot see anything, I cannot make call, I cannot this and this, and everybody else complaining the same thing. So they know that what is a wide is a wide or huge issue. So they know that it will work now. Maybe it will affect their sales. It will affect the number of people trying to do data, and those trying to do, maybe those trying to buy data or maybe buy airtime. So they know that if you don't buy airtime, they cannot make profit and all of that. So they will treat it as what, as high priority. Now, to explain this one now, imagine you go to a hospital and they say, I want to, or maybe you see them bring somebody in the hospital with an ambulance. They say na from accident, maybe from one hot junction, and then somebody now again, then maybe somebody else come and say, doctor abeg o, I'm having headache, please, my head has been aching me for the last 2 hours, please treat me, I'm not feeling well. Who do you think that they are going to give more attention to? The person with what emergency case has what high priority, because that person's case is what, it's an emergency, or is quite sensitive, or is too critical, so they are going to give the person what, maximum attention. You that is having headache, they'll just give you one small gas to go and breathe and then you'll be fine, or they'll give you one small tablet to go and swallow and then you'll be fine. But that person that is in emergency case might die if they do not respond as quickly as what, as possible. That is how that priority what can be explained. And then the group. Now this group here means that okay, this ticket now, who or which department is going to set out this ticket? Is it going to be for the billing department? So if you are trying to ask for a refund, or maybe you were overcharged, or maybe they are ripping you, or you feel like maybe maybe you don't want to continue with the service and then you want them to refund your money, what do? You can click on what, on billing. And then if you feel like that ticket now is going for customer support, maybe that you know that they have to call the customer and support him to be able to use the product properly, you do what, select customer support. And then if you want to escalate it maybe to the technical team or logistics team, what do? You select what, escalations. That is how that one works. And then which agent? Now the agent is the person that will what, that will treat this ticket, or that is what, answering this ticket now. So you now need to select your name or the person that is in charge of this ticket, and then what do you do now? Which product are they bringing this complaint for? So imagine you are Glo now, okay, or you are the same MTN, and you sell some device here. You see, we sell device here. We have broadband devices, like maybe you have 5G. You see, now we have 5G router, we have 4G router, we have 4G router standard, then we have fiber broadband, then we even have more. Okay, so assuming now that I am now the customer service of this MTN now, and somebody now call me and say maybe they bought the router and the thing is not working. What will I do? I'll come here and I will now select, okay, which one is it? Is it the 4G router? I be the fiber broadband, I be the MiFi, I be the, maybe is the pocket whatever. So I will come here and what, I will select it. That is what this one here means. And then I will now write more description of what the person is saying. So I will say, okay, the customer said the mast at so and so area is not functional. So please kindly send us somebody to go and what, to go and do some kind of checking, or maybe technical checking, to go and know what the so what the problem is. And then we have reference. Now reference is what? This one is just a special number you attach to what? To every case you handle. Every case that is being handled in the system has what? Has a reference number. So sometimes now when you call MTN and then you end your call, Okay, when you call MTN and then you report, hello customer care, I cannot send SMS yo, I don't know what the problem is, I buy data, I buy airtime, e dey finish before day go break, wetin happen? Na your pikin no dey thief your, in fact na your sister na don go thief your data or na don go thief your dis thing, na you no just know, they don thief am with a share and sell, but you're not calling MTN to what, to tell you what the problem is. So they will now do what, they will now put a number here and say your reference number is what, is this. So when you now finish your call and then you hang up, you now see a small message that came from MTN and they will say, dear customer, your issue with with reference number 654653 whatever has been what, has been reported. Or if they were able to sort it out, that they will say has been what, has been sorted out, or maybe has been treated. You can now reset your phone by powering it off and then wait for 5 minutes and then turn it back on to what, to continue enjoying your service. Yellow. That is what they will do for you if you actually went there to what, to report the case to them. So now let us try to what, to create a ticket so you can see how the thing works. So we are going to come here to do what, we will now come here and put our tickets now. You can see now we don't have anybody here to create ticket for, so we don't have anybody on our list here as as our customer. So let us go and put small contacts so they can be able to work with it. Okay, so I want to go and create a contact and I'll do it with dummy I will just do it with what, with dummy details. So these are all dummy stuff here from Freshdesk here. So you can see we actually have some here. So let me go and see why this thing is not working, because it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. So I want to create a contact now and then I want to add somebody's name. So let us assume the person's name is Aduni. Okay. And then we can say, okay, email. We can put maybe email at email.com. I don't want to be fired by YouTube when I do my thing later on. So you see now, so you can actually say just create and then that will be it. So now we say CC. Now this one CC here means what, carbon copy. Like, do you want anybody else to have access to this mail? If you want that, now you can do what, you can actually select the person here, but we don't have anybody there. So now the subject. Subject simply means the title of the what, of this ticket. Like, what case are you treating, or what case did the customer report to you? So you can say mast, maybe mast at Ogbomosho Grammar School is not what, is not working. That can be your what, that can be your subject of your, of this ticket. And then you can now say type. Type is what, type can be an incident or a what, or a problem. And then you can now say the source, because the customer called you through a phone. What do? You say phone. And the status is what, is open, because you have not yet. Then the priority is what, because this is a mass now. You know that, and you know that a mass can serve a full village. So imagine that a full town now does not have network. So you can now say what, actually is what, is high priority what, ticket. And then group that will sort it out is what, is escalation, because they should go and check what the issue is over there. And then the agents, we don't have any agent here. And then what is the product now? Of course, is our network. And then what we cannot come here and say yes, customer called to report a faulty telecom mast. I just say telecom mast around, maybe around Ogbomosho grammar school in where, in Ile-Ife. Please don't mind me. I'm just trying to be fast. I don't know where the thing. I never go there before. So in Ile-Ife, where, Lagos State. Okay. Now the reason we are saying Lagos State is because you that is a customer service now, you are serving, you are working with MTN, and you can be in Port Harcourt. So when you answer the call now, you might not actually be there where the customer is from, or this ticket now, the person you are going to send it to might not even be there. So you have to be what, specific about where the thing is happening. So you have to what, write every detail that the other department will know, what will need to what, to go and sort this thing out. So we want to be specific. And then what do you know now? Say duration is what. So the customer said that they've not had network for maybe for 5 days now. Say 5 days, and then maybe say landmark. That is the closest identifying or popular place to where this network mast is. So you can say landmark is what. You say Ogbomosho what? Ogbomosho Grammar School. Say before the junction. Okay. And then what is next now? You can now say, okay, customer name is what? Say customer name is what? Uh, Afolabi, Julius. Okay, and then reference number is what is, maybe you can put here, you can put okay 87 blah blah blah, and then you say what, when you're done now, what do you now say? You can say what, you can say create. Are you seeing this create here? You can say create, because it's a what, it's a fresh ticket. Okay, but when it's now, when you're now trying to send a response, or maybe you are trying to send it to another team, what do? You can now come here and do what, and select maybe waiting on customer, whatever. So you can now say okay create. So our ticket is what is created. Now, you now, because you have not created this ticket, now what happen is that what, that your system, this your Freshdesk now might send to that MTN and say, dear customer, your ticket or your inquiry or your complaint with reference number so and so has been what, has been received, and you're going to receive a what, a response shortly, or our technical team will what, are going to treat that issue as soon as possible. So just give us about 24 days and your network will what, to be restored. That can be you doing what, trying to be polite and then trying to what, sort out a customer, maybe to calm their nerves. Okay, so that is just how it works. So at this point, imagine, becomes a thing when you say that what, that a customer has actually done what, sent two tickets, two tickets for the same issue. So maybe the customer came today. Okay, he came to this place now to chat MTN, and then he now wrote, please, the network is bad, I cannot make call. So he now send the, so like he now send that complaint, and then you now that is doing your CRM work, maybe you were not at work that day, maybe that day was actually maybe like that kind of Saturday or Sunday, he sent that ticket. So nobody was there at the office to what, maybe say to respond to him. And then maybe the customer now, out of frustration now, maybe he don borrow Wi-Fi and HotSpot tire, thing don tire, maybe like he don dey shame. He will now go back and say to your site, you now say, dear MTN, I messaged you yesterday to tell you that I don't have network in my area. The mast, okay, now I've actually come out to find out that the mast actually is off. Please, what do we do? Come and fix this thing for us to be able to have network. So he has now sent two tickets at the same time. So the first ticket now will be here on your what, on your dashboard as a, as one ticket. Then the second one will now still come as what, as one ticket, but both tickets are bearing the same person, the same phone number of the customer, the same name, and then the complaints are what, are the same. The only thing that changes is that what he said, he go there to what, to see that the mask is offline. So what do you do now? You can now say, okay, let me merge it two, because they are from the same word, they are from the same customer. So you just use to what, you just use to, just use to just merge it. Then sometimes also we have what they call closing of tickets. Now you don't just close a ticket in a CRM system. Okay, sometimes you need, there are some things that the ticket must meet. There are some criteria that must be met before you can do what, close a ticket. Sometimes it can be time. So you say ticket that has not received a, maybe a kind of response from the customer or from the sender will be what, will be closed after, maybe after 3 days or maybe after 7 days. Okay, sometimes you have actually sorted out like the customer issue. You tell the customer, okay, your issue has now been solved, so please give us a response if you need any other, or if you have any other question. Then you now wait. Now normally now your ticket closes after 7 days, so you're now waiting. 7 days don reach, he never respond, so that means maybe he's actually okay with, with that thing that you did. So you cannot do what, you cannot send the person and say, okay, dear customer, your ticket has been what, has been closed because you did not write us any response. So that can be your reason for what, for closing a ticket. Yes, ticket can be closed sometimes based on company policies too. That is what I'm saying. I just use time as a policy or as a criteria. Okay, sometimes too it can be because maybe the customer question does not really matter, or is not really that important to your business. So what do you do now? You can just close it, because maybe you are selling puff and egg roll. So he's not coming to come and ask you about, he's not coming to come and ask you, please, do you make cakes? So you now responded and say, no, we don't make cakes. And then him now, seeing that you don't make cake, in fact, maybe you did not even send any response. So after 7 days or after 3 days, you can do what? You can choose to close it, because that thing does not really matter to you, because it's not related to your business. Okay, so it all depends on your what? On your business policy or your company's what? Policy. Okay? And mind you, Whether you are using Glo, you are using MTN or Nine Mobile or Airtel or maybe Etisalat abi Elon Musk, all of them have what? They all have their own policy as regards customer service. Okay? They all have their policy as regards customer service. That is why it is only in Nigeria that you can actually tell a business that, Oga, your something no good. Then the man will now leave what he's supposed to go and sort out, and then now start calling you names. Maybe start talking to you anyhow as if maybe you're coming in to begging for whatever. That is only what happens in Nigeria. In other part of the world, they are very, very polite. And if they are caught maltreating a customer when they are in the business, maybe when the customer is in there trying to do something with them, my dad, maybe that person can even be fired or be removed from that position and maybe taken back end. That is what happened. But here in Nigeria, you go and say, hey, madam, I bought this hair from you. It's not Brazilian hair, but it is Indian hair. How can I change it? They'll tell you, abeg, that is what you pay for. If you don't like it, go and burn it. You can just imagine that kind of thing. A response from a business that sold something to you. So that is what we get in Nigeria, because we don't have what professional people handling. We just have people that are popular, that do not have, okay, they are popular, but the politics, they are supposed to know about ethics and the rules of what doing business, and that one now they didn't even do. Some of them said that they don't even go to school, so they don't even know how to even treat people in the public place. So when you now talk to them a little bit now, they will start quarreling you. Even if it's on Facebook, they will drag you, they will do live video and start using maybe some languages on you, and then start calling you names and all of that. But you are the one that spent your money to buy their product though. That is what we have here. So that is it, guys. So let us continue now. I don't think there's any other question. My class is actually dropping one by. I don't know why that is the case. Let me go and see my WhatsApp. I don't know what is going on. So abi some of you are in parties, abi people are eating fried rice today. Eat small small, tomorrow na church o. Don't go and eat bad rice and go and be doing this inside the church o. So now let us go continue, guys. So now, as now you work with a bank and they are telling you that, okay, please, we want you to contact this man and tell him that he has to come and pay his loan or come and pay his debt. He has been owing us 15 million maybe for 2 weeks now, or maybe for 2 years now. Tell him that this is the last time that we are telling him to what, to come and pay, or he will hear from our lawyers. So what do you do as a customer service officer? Of course, you have to come to your Freshdesk and then you go to your new, and then click on what? Click on email. Now, when you click on the email now, it will bring you here. And then what do you do next now? You say to. To means like who do you want to send this message to? Of course, you can actually select your contacts. You can select those people that you have on your contact list and then send them this message. Okay. Then subject is what? Yeah, because we are telling the man to come and do what? Go and pay the bank. So we can say, okay, last. You can say last uh, invitation to come or to clear your debt. To clear your what? Your debt. And then description, you can also, okay, dear customer, we at Access Bank Nigeria Limited are, don't mind my writing, I don't know why this thing is misbehaving, maybe it's my, so Access Bank Nigeria Limited are hereby inviting you for the last time to come and what? And pay your what? Your loans. Failure to respond to this what? Email will mean that you, or that your security will be what? Will be confiscated or taken over by the bank. So when I say securities, I mean what your collateral, okay? So maybe you went to go and borrow loan from them now, and then you gave them your house or maybe your car keys and then your car documents. So they're not telling you that what, that this is the last time that they're going to invite you to what, to come and pay your debt. As they will do what, they will confiscate all what you give to them if you refuse to what, to respond. So that means that if you don't respond now, that's your card that you give to them. They now have the right to what, to go to the court and say, please court, give me paper so that I can sell the car, because this person borrow money from me and then took my money, and for 2 years now has refused to what, to pay me. So the money he took now has now grown to maybe this amount, and even the car cannot what, can no longer cover for the what, for the money that he took from me plus the interest. So we want to be able to what, to maybe to give up the property and what, reclaim or return our money from where we took it out from. That is what you do. Then, because this one is a what now, it's a high ticket, maybe it's a high sensitive what, issue. What do? You can say okay, high or urgent, okay, and the status is what, is open, because you're waiting for him to what, to respond. So you can now do that, and then when you're done now, you can now say okay, send. But you see now, we cannot send because our, we, you say we are not verified our account, so we can actually not send anything here. You see it now. Even at that, we still cannot receive our this thing. I don't know what is wrong with them. Well, no problem. So that is how you do what, use hotspot. Is what we use to what, to add people to our list. You know that every business has what, has contacts. Okay, you have your buyers, you have your suppliers, you have your, you know, people that are going to work with you, maybe to sort out issues for your business. Maybe, like I said before, if you are working with, maybe if you own a bakery here, you know that you are working with machines, so you are actually going to need a what, a mechanical engineer around. So if you don't have, if you come, if you cannot afford anyone for the house, you can do what, you cannot contract a company out there and say, please, we are a bakery, so anytime I call you and I need help, please send me a staff to come and do my issue at what, at the bakery. That can be you contacting a what, a company out there. So you can now save that company's name here as what, as a contact. Maybe Okeke and Sons Mechanics. You can put it here. Then also, if you are, let's say you are, you are a bank. Okay, so you know now, as a bank now, you need all these computer, printers and paper. So you might actually have a company that do what now, that supply you all those things. So you cannot need to do what now, you need to what, add that company here as a what, as a contact. And then if I come to you and I say, okay, please, oh, you are a bank, I want to have an account with you, my phone number and my name is already on your what, on your system as a contact. I don't know whether I'm making any sense to you guys. Am I making sense? Does it make sense, guys? Okay, somebody says I'm making sense, so I can continue. Can you all hear me? Okay, fine. So now, let us now see how we can actually save a contact here. Okay, let us see how we can actually save a contact here. I am going to simply pause the video so you can actually see how they create contact here, because if I put email now, it will not come out well. You bought the garri now, and you know that that day now you're not even in the market, but you're at home. So what do you do now? When you now come home, you now need to do what now? Inform this guy that, hey, Oga Chiamaka, I don't buy the garri wey you say make I buy you. Let me see something here. Something. I don't buy the garri wey you say make I buy you. Please, how do you want to come and pick it up? So what do you do then? You can actually send that customer email, or you can do what? You can actually do what? Call them directly. So you see now we have send activation. Oh, we have email here. Okay, we have an email here, and then we also have a way of what, sending what, message. This one is a message here, but actually because we never activate our account, that's why it's showing this thing here. So you can now send the customer an email and say, please, oh madam, come and collect your garri. I have actually bought it for 2 days now, and I'm waiting for you to come and pick it up with my money. Or if you want to reach the customer quiet or maybe fast, what do? You can just say, okay, pick up your phone and do what, and call the customer and say, hello, madam paper, I don buy the garri o, e don ready, come and pick it up o. You say, when are you go to the market? Say, I dey go market on Monday. Say, okay, no worry, I'll collect am for your market on Monday. You say, okay, no worry, I'll see you on Monday then. Say bye. That is you trying to do what now? Reach out to your customer. Okay, so that is one of the importance of what, of creating your contact or updating your contact list on your CRM system. Okay, so now there are also, now I want to also talk about something else here. Let me go back to my ticket side here. You see, when we are now here now, okay, we still have what they call export and what, import. Now what you now want to ask me, what is export? Now export is simply you doing what, trying to copy all you have here or some of them to be able to what, to use them on another system. For instance, you are using Freshdesk here now, okay, so maybe tomorrow now you can say, okay, you now want to adopt and use only HotSpot. So that means you're not going to continue with your what, with your Freshdesk, with your Freshdesk account. What do? You can say, okay, I want to export all of my tickets from this Freshdesk and then restore them on what? Inside of HotSpot. That's why you now need to do what now? You now need to what? Do what they call import and export. Now, export is you doing what? Sending everything here now out of here. You are sending them out so that they can now be on your system as a what? As a file, maybe as a as a CSV file or as an Excel sheet. Okay. So how do you do that? How do you export maybe your tickets out of Freshdesk? You click on what? Export, and then you select all that matters to you here. So me now, I like it being for all of them. Okay. So if you want to say now if you want to edit the file as maybe as a CSV or as an Excel sheet, now what do? You select it from here, and then when you now select everything here, what do you do next? You can say okay, export. Now at this point now you can see it said export is being prepared. You can now view the status here. So you click on here to see what happens. So you can see now this is your what? This is your exported file. Then it is still here on the what? On HotSpot. To put it inside your system, what do you do now? You download the file by clicking on what? On download. You see now it has now come to your system. So this is it now. So I will click it now. If I click it now, you can see that it will actually be here, and everything about everybody will be what? Will be here for me to what? To see. So the purpose is that tomorrow, if I am done with my house, maybe with my Freshdesk now, and I want to go and adopt another CRM system, I can simply do what? Restore the contacts and continue from there. Somebody is raising up their hand or asking question. Yes, Francisca Onyebuchi, what do you want to say? She dey give me leg over, dey make her. For us to put that thing into our site, we have to do some certain things here. Just as you know that when you want to do anything special, you have to go and pray, or you have to go and do rituals, or do whatever you want to do to be able to to get special favor. So to put Freshdesk inside our website, we have to go and what? And configure how it will look like on our platform here. Okay. So the purpose is that if we don't do that now, we're not going to get what we're going to link it with. And in case you're thinking of linking it up with wire and scissors or sewing it with thread, no be that kind thing we wan do o. Or say you want to go and tie it with rope and then and then be dragging it, no be that kind one o. That's why it's called what? Integration. Integration simply means what? We are going to combine two things to what? To achieve one purpose. So hotspot is here on my on the internet, and then my website also is there. So when customers go to the to the site and then send me a ticket, I will get it here on my what? On my Freshdesk, just as we have it on MTN website. That is how, or that is what we are trying to do here now. So pay attention, guys. It's actually very, very easy. So the purpose is that in case they employ you and say, please give us a good CRM system to use for our business or suggest one for us, and then they will even say, come and set it up for us. You can actually do it now, and then you can actually do it and collect your money and eat it. Okay, so now to put Freshdesk on our website, what do we do? We come to this setting gear here. You see this admin here? That's where we need to come to. And then we go to channels. Now on this channel now, we have things like widgets. Are you seeing widgets here? Click on widgets. Okay, and then this is our widget section, and then we are going to do what? We are going to create a what? A new widget. This is it here. Create a what? A new widget, and then you can now name it. So we can say, okay, the name is what? Is maybe Philip. Call it Philip and Co. Philip and Co. Okay, and then of course this is our product, and then we can say okay, create. Now it will now show us where we can do something, and then how the thing will look like on our website. So you see now, you say welcome to what? To Yulan and Co. support. This thing that we have here now, okay, look at it here. You see banner message. This is it here. So I can actually change it, and I can say okay, we can say ndewo, we can say okay, wazobia, my customer, my customer, or I'll say salam walaikum. Okay, so you can see now, see it here now, it's actually changing here. Okay, so now they say widget launcher text. See it at the bottom here. You say they say help. So you can even come here and do what? You say abeg, or you can say abeg help me. but you can see, but you know, you can only say what? You can only say just a little word there. It's not that long. So you can say, okay, hello, po. Okay. So now it's now asking us for our contact form. So this is now where we now tell the customer what to write for us, so we can actually respond to them. So you can see now we say title of the form is what contact us. Okay, is what, look at it here, is what contact us. That is what we have here now. And then you now say, okay, you say form submission button is what is send. But me now I can change it from send to what, to nakam, or to fire it. You can say fire it. Okay, here where they say contact us, you can say okay, okay, I think that is okay actually. So you can say thank you for your feedback, and then we can say okay, we are fine with this, and then what do we do next now? We can say okay, it's fine. Now if we are good with how this thing look now, what do we do now? We can even change how the thing looks now. You can see now here now we have, please, what color is this one? This one sea green, abi na sea blue, abi how they call this kind color? This one here, how did they call am? How did they call this color, abeg? I don't know color. Mint green, eh? I thought it's cockroach green. I be thought it's brown. I don't know. Na too sabi color abeg. So now let us go and change the appearance. Okay, so I want to change the appearance and change the color here. So I can come to this appearance here and change it. So I like this color because it's quite nice. So I like this color and I will select it, and you can see now we even have formatting, what, tracking of frustration tracking. This one is just doesn't really matter. We can just leave this one aside. So let's now copy what, the embed code. This embed code now is what we're going to use to what, to put this thing on our site. So let us see. But mind you that sometimes now it might not actually work the way you want it to work. So that's why you need to do what now? Just be careful here. So this is the embed code now. It's just a small HTML and maybe JavaScript code. Then what do you do now? You can just really copy it. When you copy it now, what do? You go to your site and do what? And embed it. So this right here is my website, and I want to embed it, and I'll go to my what, to my plugins. No, I'll go to my appearance, and then I'll click on widgets. Okay, you know, so what, I can't go offline. I don't know what happened, but the thing just went offline. What happened? Let me pause the recording first. Haba, why you just off like that now? Okay, now this, if no Nigeria are no good, if no Nigeria are no good, why this all this that we cannot afford in Nigeria here and have in our houses? Eh? So now I want to embed this one now, and I want it to be on my site. What will I do? I will come here. This is my widget, and I'll click on my widget here, and then I will do what? You see where I have code here? I will just come here and I will type HTML. Type HTML. You can see this is HTML, and I will select it. This is it here. Then I will just paste it in there. See, I've pasted it now. Then I will click on what? Update. When I update it now, it means what? That it can now be on my what? On my website. So you can see it say widget save. So let us now go back to our area and then see if it's actually working. So I will now, when I open my website now, you will now see whether this thing that we have here will be on my website. So let us try and see if it will work. So I'll go to, I'll say praisedrops.com, or simply just search for it, and then it will come up like this, and then I'll click on this, and you see now it has opened. This is the site, and I'm looking for the word for that stuff, whether it's working or not. I don't know whether it's working. Sometimes, okay, look at it here. Did you see it here now? It says help. Did you see it here? So if I click on it now, it will come out, but it did not even take what we are, what we're asking it to do. It's, in fact, I think they're angry because we are using the free trial. That's why they did not allow us to do what we want to do. So now them sabi, now them sabi, now them sabi. Oh, so but you see now this is, you say you can't find it on my website. It's there. You see it at the bottom. Check the bottom. It's there in the bottom. Just check it at the bottom. It's there. Did you see it now? I didn't remove it too. The thing here now is still here. I didn't remove it. It's still, you see it now, Abi? So if I click it now, it will go off. But if I click it again, it will come up. So let me see. This one now will not, the form will not actually send because the thing is not, it's not well. the thing will not